Welcome back to the 1090 podcast. I'm here with Coop and Annalise.
Annalise, yeah.
Do you go by, what do you go by?
Annalise. Yeah.
So Anna, I'm sorry. Annalise.
You're fine.
Coop, what about you?
Yeah, Coop's.
Not Cooper?
Not really.
Cooper?
Coop.
Well, his name's Michael Cooper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I saw that here. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Everyone does
Coop,
Just-
Cooper.
Yeah.
Coop, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys, so our son, Blue, he is in second grade, but he's struggling with saying his R's.
Mm.
And I think it's because I do a Boston accent or an Australian accent half the time he's home. So it could be my fault. But anyway, so like he's getting like a speech teacher therapist person. Like he pulls him out of class for 5 minutes a day type of thing. They just work on the letter R. And so we're having this meeting with them, and like they say their whole thing, and then me and Sammy are like, well, we're actually going to Australia for 2 weeks, and they don't say their R's there. So it's just like the worst time for Blue, but it's funny, man. I'm learning the accent.
The accents are very different.
Catching on with all the lingo as well. But no matter where you're at, grief kind of hits the same. And so here we are. We'll just get started with, what do you guys call these, Annalise? Not obituaries, but kind of.
Yeah, so we write eulogies, but it's like the person's life story and they read it out at a funeral. So it goes for a really, really long time. So we don't, so I've just tried to condense it for you to something a little bit more manageable. Or half of the episode would just be reading these. Yeah.
Why is everyone in Australia so nice and cool and laid back?
I mean, thanks.
No, it's a group effort. It's everyone. It's everyone I've met.
We talk about this a lot when we listen to your podcast. The people you have on are so intelligent and so articulate, and Australians, we're just not that deep.
Don't try that hard as tattoo. Like, don't pronounce anything fully.
Yeah,
like
don't be articulate.
you abbreviate everything.
But even the way they speak and about how they feel, like I just simply don't. That's probably really like presumptuous to say, but like I just don't feel Australians are that deep. Like we're just like, oh,
brush over things.
Yeah, this sucks, or this is good, or like, So anyway, we'll try and be a bit deeper today.
No, I mean, like, just the laid back. Like, I messaged you, like, hey, once I leave Craig's house, like, I can't talk, and you're like, oh yeah, like, no worries. And wow, like these people they're chill over here. Okay, thanks for being on the podcast. We'll start with Mike, or you go by Coop. Coop, we're going to start with your mom. Faye, sorry, I'm not the best reader. And this might be weird to say, but like it's kind of funny sometimes. Is it okay if I?
Oh my God, it's so funny. Okay. Yeah.
All right, I might laugh a little bit, but
no, go for it.
Please.
Yeah, please laugh.
Okay. Faye Ann Cooper was born on the 4th of February, 1962, and passed away on the 23rd of February, 2023, at the age of 61. After complications from a double lung transplant. Faye was born to her parents, Jack and Edna, and was the youngest of 5 children, the baby of the family. Faye trained to be a nurse and met the love of her life. Neil, while studying, they married shortly after. Their life together consisted of buying, renovating, and selling houses, working hard to support their family, and moving to various locations around Australia. In 1982, they welcomed their first child, a daughter named Sherry. Yeah, that makes more sense. Sorry. Sherry. Soon after, they welcomed their second child, Daniel. Then in 1989, they welcomed their third and final child, the best child, Michael. No, I didn't say that.
That is what it says.
I added the best child. So you're the baby.
Yeah.
And you're a 90s baby, man. Born in 89, kid in the 90s. That was awesome.
Good time.
So cool.
Faye and Neil then purchased their Scotts Road property in 2007 and lived on site in a caravan while their home was being built by Neil, his sons Daniel and Michael, and various neighbors. They would eventually move into their dream home An American barn-style house. Wow, it's weird as an American to read that. American, yeah. To live out the rest of their lives together. Faye enjoyed keeping animals, most notably birds. Chooks?
Chooks.
Chooks? What is that?
Yes, chickens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And sheep. She could always be found in her garden. She was very proud of her plants and flowers and enjoyed tending to these daily. Faye grew her own produce and would use freshly collected eggs from her chickens and vegetables grown from her garden to cook beautiful food. She was an excellent cook. Her pumpkin pies were a Christmas favorite.
Oh, yeah.
When she was well, Faye dedicated her life to serving others, having a long and established career as a registered nurse. She was kind, caring, and gentle, but could also be fiery and stand up for what she believed in.
Oh, yeah.
Faye was the proud Nan to 3 grandchildren. Oh, boy. Lachlan?
Lachlan.
Okay, Lachlan.
Yes.
Sloan, and Oakland.
Yeah.
I have a nephew named Oakland and almost named Frankie Sloan.
Yeah.
We love that name, Sloan.
And our daughter Oakland is Oakland Frankie.
No way. That's crazy.
And Sloane's our other daughter.
Wish Craig was here. He would love that. Another synchronicity.
Good names.
She is dearly loved and deeply missed every single day by her family. Okay, now your dad. Neil William Cooper was born on the 26th of February, 1958 in Castlemaine, Victoria. His parents were Ted and Audrey, and he was one of 5 siblings. Neil passed away on the 13th of July, 2023.
Doing the math.
I'm trying to do the math.
I think it's the next line. Does it say?
Sorry, I should just read. Oh, duh, sorry. Neil passed away only 5 months after his wife died. Faye and Neil then purchased their property in 2007 and built their dream home together. Neil enjoyed making anything. Neil enjoyed making anything Faye dreamed of on the property came true, including building various aviaries.
Close. Aviaries, yeah.
Aviaries,
like just
okay.
like bird cages. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And an art studio. He never said no to a project Faye wanted him to complete. He might have complained about it, but he never said no. If you ever stayed at the house, come 5 a.m., you would hear Neil pottering around in his Mockies, a.k.a. slippers, cuppa, a.k.a. cup of tea, in hand out the sliding door for a smoke. What's he smoking?
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Okay.
Yeah, cigarettes. Yep.
Then, without a doubt, the next thing you would hear would be his wireless radio playing some old classic quietly as he waited for the next person to wake up. Neil's prized possessions was the centerpiece to the shed, his beloved Trasom Black Betty.
Trans
Am. I should have got that one.
Ponce.
But you guys left the N out.
Yeah. My bad. Sorry.
No, we'll call it even. Neil adored that car. He would have spent thousands of hours over many, many years tinkering and making continuous improvements on the car. Perhaps it could be said that car was the second love of his life. Neil had 3 grandchildren who he adored, Lachlan, Sloan, and Oakland. Neil is deeply loved and greatly missed by his family. Welcome back to the 1090 podcast. Coop, where do you want to start with this?
Where do we start? Well, I suppose to start with, maybe to say Mum and Dad would have been married 45 years this year.
Aw.
Just to sort of start with.
Do you mind? Can we just have you turn your shoulders a little more? I just want to be able to have these cameras see you. There we go. Sorry to interrupt, my guy.
All right. Yeah, so 45 years married, deeply in love, and they really lived for each other. You know, it was
Mm.
that was them. That's all they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mum was a early smoker through her early life, and
Also cigarettes.
Yeah.
cigarettes. Yep, and she developed emphysema, and she had emphysema, which slowly developed into a lung disease that didn't go so well for her.
Mm. Yeah, so she was sick for a long time. So Coop and I have been together about 17 years, and the whole time that
Wow.
I'm checking. No,
How old are you guys?
I'm 35.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
You're actually turning 36 on Sunday.
Yeah, you
Like,
guys
come on,
have
man.
been together.
Let me have it, please.
I'm 34.
Me too.
And yeah, so the whole time I knew Faye, she was pretty unwell with sort of lung issues, and then developed into emphysema. And she, in the last few years before she passed away, like she would use oxygen and things like that. But definitely had the will to live. So she so she actually became, and like to get a transplant, it's a really weird, like it's a weird category. You've got to be like sick enough to need a transplant, but well enough to get through such a brutal operation.
Like if we did the transplant, we want it to work. Type
We
of
went,
thing.
You have to be fit.
You've got to be fit.
physically
Yeah. So
It's such a bizarre concept when you can't breathe.
Like how? Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you
So
exercise?
what exercise for her was riding a bike upstairs at her house every day,
an exercise.
and
bike, yeah.
exercising and pushing herself, and which was such a struggle for her. That was such a hard thing for her to train, but she did it. She physically got fit.
Yeah.
And she was so proud of that. You know, it was a massive achievement.
Yeah. She worked really hard. And whilst she was doing that, it was really rough on us because we had to stay away from her because our kids were at daycare. So like and I'm a school teacher, so all the bugs,
Oh yeah.
all the germs. So
Didn't get her sick ever.
No. So we had to stay away while she was sort of on the transplant list as much as, so we were like messaging 100 times a day.
Yeah, that's because that sucks. 'Cause they're dying, kind of. So you want to talk to them, but then you're like, well,
yeah, for
that's
sure.
that's a unfair.
It was a distant relationship there for quite a few years.
But like hundreds of messages backwards and forwards every day, just photos of the girls, videos of the girls, video calls.
Yeah.
It was also during COVID. So it was also that yucky time as well where in and out of lockdowns, like Australia where we were, was hit particularly hard. Not as hard as Melbourne, but hard enough that we couldn't visit, couldn't see her for a long time. So
visitors in hospitals and
but so that we're not here all day, we will skip to. She did have a few false call-ups from the hospital and say, "Yep, we've got lungs. Get in the car."
Yeah.
So she had, I think, 2 of those before the final one worked. So the last 2 sets of lungs that they tried to use, they just ended up not passing the test. So she had a few false starts, which were
which was such a draining exercise for them. You know, they lived out of town, a few hours away from the hospital, and it was such a big event to, call up the neighbours to get a lift into the hospital.
They weren't allowed to drive themselves because of the emotion of the situation.
Yeah, that's smart.
Get gowned up and get fully ready, and then sort of to be let down at the last minute, and then reset and go back to normal life. So.
Yeah.
What's
it like watching your mom go through all this?
Yeah, very difficult. Yeah, it's hard to see. She put in so much effort to get fit and get ready. She was so determined. She was a very hard lady. She was very determined, and she had good reason to. She had grandkids, and that's what motivated her every day. She wanted to. Her dream was to ride bikes with my girls. That was such a driver for her.
It sounds so silly, like something we do every day. But all she wanted to do.
One of my favorite things to do is play catch with Blue.
Yeah.
Like, how simple is that? But that is one of my favorite things.
Yeah, it's all she wanted to do. So anyway, she finally had the lung transplant, and it went.
Sorry to cut you off.
No.
What was your childhood like with your parents?
It was good.
Specifically your mom right now. What was your relationship like with her?
Really close. Yeah, really, really close with both parents. We travelled around a lot as young kids. They renovated houses. Mum and Dad, they always worked, always provided.
They worked a lot. Like they were hard working.
Hard work. That was, you know, we had a very close relationship. We could always talk to each other. We'd always be in contact. There was never really any dramas, any fights. It was a really good childhood. Yeah.
So when she died, it's been 2 years, not long at all.
Yeah.
Especially where you're at in the grief journey. Like
Yeah.
for some people, 2 years is
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
What's that? I haven't lost my mom. I love my mom. She's amazing.
It's a complete roller coaster. I've never dealt with grief or loss outside of this. And it is so up and down. You think you might not have a solution, but be on top of it. Like, yep, I'm making some good progress.
Man.
And then it'll just be the smallest thing, the slightest little reminder, and it just throws you back 10 steps.
Yeah.
This is hard. And sometimes too, once you get on past the event, life goes back to normal. Everyone else does their job, and you're just sort of left sitting there going, I have to deal with this every day. So it's very tricky. Yeah.
They die every day, and you have to deal with it every day.
Yeah.
Unless you're in grief, that's hard to understand, I think.
100%.
Like,
yeah.
It's a daily battle.
Life can be so cruel.
Yeah.
It's very unfair. And, Mum had a chance, had the opportunity to have a second chance. She did the work. She got the transplant.
The transplant worked.
And it worked.
Like she actually recovered from the transplant. So she was healthy.
She had a few months there where she was breathing. She was good. She was
exercising, happy.
Back to normal.
You guys are anger. You guys are mad.
I'm mad that my girls miss out. I'm mad that my girls don't get to ride a bike with my mum.
Your mom was a good person. She did the work. Yeah. She exercised. She got the transplant.
Yeah, she did all the things.
Desperately wanted to get better.
Yeah, to travel and be a part of our lives. Because she'd missed out for so many years. Yeah, so there is anger there. There is anger that she missed out. She did all the right things.
And I'm angry for my girls too. Yeah. Like she was a good nan, They've got my mum, and my mum is great. But like they missed out on, like, Nan she was an artist, like a really, really good painter.
Yeah.
And my girls just loved drawing and painting and things like that. And she was a good cook. She would bake, love the garden, love the animals, and like what a dream it would have been now that our girls are 7 and 4 to take them up to Neilborough, and they had the farm, and like what a dream that would have been. Yeah. But it's just not meant. It just wasn't
completely
wasn't to be. Yeah, we feel robbed. Yeah.
No, I have that too, like, especially with Frankie. Like she was 2, man.
2 years old. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So like, and that's, what do you guys do about that anger? Because I just cry.
You have to.
Yeah.
We spoke about this on the way up. Just sit in it. Do the things. Cry.
Be pissed off.
Music was my biggest thing. My outlet. Songs, certain songs.
What songs you like?
Oh, look, everything. There's so many. Mum and Dad, grew up. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Joe Cocker. Like there's so many.
Some Creedence.
Metallica comes into it. Like there's just this. Ed Sheeran had this song that resonated very deeply. Just he lost a good friend of his in the same month.
In February.
What was the title of the song? Do you know? Not to put you on the spot, so I just want to listen, mate.
I don't know what it's called, but it's an Ed Sheeran song, and it's about his best friend who passed away in the same month. February is a shocking month for us because it's both Neil and Faye's birthdays are in February, and Faye's death date is also in February. So it's like an interesting month for us, isn't it?
Yeah. So that song was on repeat for,
I know,
a very long time.
I could hear it on the other side of the door.
Yeah. But I just had to be in it. I couldn't ignore it. And
I think for the first 2 weeks, I just listened to the song "Nothing Else Matters" by Metallica for like 2 weeks. That's like all I did. And Coop, you reminded me of that. So I went to Metallica yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yep.
And It was great, man. Like
Oh, yeah.
I'm singing the songs and I'm having all the feels and I can see all the things and it's just and Courtney's there and Sammy's there and Blue and the Riggins and Frankie and not so much Race and Ryder, but kind of because Race, it was just such a race atmosphere. And so like anyway, it was just like and you just have this feeling like I got this, like I can do it.
Yeah.
And you feel like Craig. You just feel like it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I get home and I just when you said, you know, you're good 1 minute and then boom,
Yeah.
it comes out of nowhere. And so I get home and we get to bed and I just lose it, man. I'm just crying and Sammy's holding me.
Yeah.
Luckily, Blue is jet lagged and stayed up all night. He's out cold.
Yeah.
And so I'm just crying and I tell Sammy, like, I don't think I can do this. Like, I can't do this. This is unfair. Like, and I tell her, I'm like, how do you go from being so happy at the Metallica concert and 90 minutes later, you don't want to live?
Yeah, for sure.
And just being frustrated with the drop off, like, and knowing like this is the 98th time this has happened.
Yeah.
Like this isn't going away.
Yeah.
And it's going to keep happening.
Yeah, and it gets to the point where it's like I don't want to experience that much joy then because the drop off of the guilt that comes later, I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah,
so like let's just not be so happy sometimes.
Try and level out a bit. And
I get scared sometimes to think like how good things are. Like if I see my kids playing or something, I'm like, and then I'm like, let's not be too grateful for them.
Well, that's what happens when you have great people that don't deserve to die. Those are the types of fear that you have now. Because before I used to think, they're good people, so you know they'll kind of be okay. And the rain falls on the just and the unjust.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, your body sort of learns from it. It was similar to like only up until maybe a few months ago when my phone would ring. You look at your phone, what's gone wrong? What's happening?
Yeah, I still do that. When Sammy calls me, I'm like, "Why are you calling me?" like rude. She's like,
"What's gone wrong?"
Sammy's at the point now, like I'll answer. She's like, "Everything's fine. I just have a question."
Yeah,
like, okay.
Yeah.
That fear is real, man.
For sure.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, back to our story. I guess she got better and she was doing really well, and she had to stay in the hospital at the Alfred up in Melbourne for a long time, just rehab.
How much time did she spend just trying to recover? Like
6 months.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, it was about 4 months up in. They sort of discharge you from the hospital, but you go into like a place up there to continue because you've got to learn everything again.
You know, in the hospital to
yeah. So it's more like a little hotel room, I guess, just so you're close by. And even at that point, I think you were able to take Sloan up there.
Yeah, so they were released into another motel room out of the hospital. And I was able to take Sloan up there and we just met in the foyer for maybe like half an hour. Again, trying to keep, disease control under and, make sure we don't pass anything on. But it was really nice to see her. And again, she was doing really well.
Yeah. But we couldn't take Oakland. She was too young. And at that time, Oakland had some significant behavioral issues. So we couldn't take her up to the hospital. She was too crazy. So I stayed back with her. But it's just a shame that.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to see them again. But that Sloan got that chance, which was nice.
Yeah. What happened to your mom? Like, she was doing good. And then, like, what happened?
Yeah. So mum insisted after she got to a stage where she was breathing and she was good. And she insisted that we come up and see them at their house.
Bring the girls.
I want to see the girls. I'm like, yep, let's do it. So we packed our bags. We drove a couple of hours to their house. And we spent a couple of nights up there. And then she just started to get sick. Bit of a cold, maybe. Sick, not sure what's going on.
The thing about a double lung transplant or any transplant is for your body to take the transplant, they have to drop your immune system really low so that you don't start trying to fight.
You don't fight at all.
Yeah. So her immune system already wasn't great.
Yeah.
But so once she sort of caught one little illness, she actually caught COVID.
Yeah.
And then of course, her immune system dropped a little bit more and then a little bit more, and she just kept catching different things.
They didn't know what was going on. Her white blood cell count kept dropping. Her numbers in general were just, they weren't doing what they were meant to be doing.
Mm.
And there was a lot of tests in and out of hospitals, Yeah.
And the biggest thing was like, but it's not rejection. Her lungs are not rejecting.
Yeah.
Don't worry, because that's like, that's a death sentence. So
you don't say that word.
You don't say the R word. And it was never that until it was.
Yeah, until it was that's what it has been the whole time.
Yeah.
Been trying to fight it off. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Do you want to talk about?
Yeah. And I was upstairs at our house. Annalise was in Queensland with Sloane. They had a birthday party to go to, and I had this phone call from Dad, and he couldn't speak properly. He was crying. Never heard him like this before. And he's just, he goes, it's Mum. They're talking about rejection, and it's not going to end well. So all I could do was say, look, all right, it's going to be okay. We'll get through this. It'll be all right. I said, do you want me to call Daniel and Sherry, tell them get on a flight because they're living interstate? And he's like, yep, do that. I said, fine, I'll get my bags and I'll be there this afternoon. So yeah, I was up there. I dropped Oakland off at Annalise's mum's place. I said, yeah, gotta go. I'm out of here. And met Dad up in the hospital. And greeted to Mum with breathing tubes and beeps and noises and gasping and just not what I expected. From someone who just had the sniffles and was a bit sick to this sight was,
She was on a ventilator but awake. So like you think about people that are in induced comas and they've got the big breathing thing down their throat. So she had all of that but was awake, and we're like, so just cruel and like just so hard to see, like just awful.
I was going to ask, like you see her like that and then she dies.
Yeah.
Is there a bit of she's not suffering anymore, or is it just anger of she was just fine?
I think from that first day that I saw her in hospital, I feel like there was a lot of suffering. There was a lot of loud noise, and it was such a terrible way to die. Because it wasn't pleasant and it was very loud, suffocating. So it wasn't as if she was, just in hospital and passed away. And
she also didn't pass away on the ventilator.
Yeah, that's
so
right. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that, or
you can articulate it a lot better than me because I don't. Yeah.
When we talk about trauma brain, the poster guy for trauma brain.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I got some good moments. I got some good moments.
So she was actually ventilated but awake. And then, so I was in Queensland with Sloane at a friend's birthday, and that was like, so he rang me. And so if you can imagine, I'm staying with my friends in Queensland, beautiful family, but their whole family's there for their little girl's birthday. And I know them like well, but not like super well. So I go downstairs to take the phone call. It's him, inconsolable. And he's like, it's Mum, like she's going to die. You need to get home. And so then I'm inconsolable and I'm in somebody else's house in another state. I've got one of my little kids, she was 4 maybe, with us. And I'm just thinking, how do I go upstairs to all these, like this is their little girl's birthday party and everyone's happy and I'm just inconsolable. And so I had to like really reach to the depths of my soul to pull myself together. And not because of like them or, but just like, it's like their little girl's like 2 or like a second or third birthday. And I was just like a wreck. So I had to like pull myself together.
Put on the mask.
Go upstairs. Yeah. And they were just beautiful and they were very understanding. But so we did the birthday party. I couldn't get a flight and I was just desperately trying to get a flight back to Melbourne and I just couldn't. So I managed to, we were already flying home the next morning, so I had to wait the day. And it just so happened, one of my sisters is a flight attendant, and talk about, I don't know, coincidence. She just happened to be flying into Melbourne at the exact same time as us, so I could hand her Sloane at the airport, and I went straight to the Alfred Hospital to be with him and his family.
Yeah.
And Chelsea, my sister, could take Sloane home to Mum, and so that worked out well. But yeah, so she was on the ventilator there and she was just, oh man, she was grumpy because she's like, this sucks. Like she was writing and it was just So in the end, she made the decision herself. She's like, I want this tube out. So she was writing, get it out. And so we had to be pulled into a room with the doctor who was
So hard.
Yeah.
And by this
Can you
stage-
imagine that? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you guys did it, but
Yeah.
It was awful. But
Yeah.
he was
pulling the plug on. I mean,
Yeah.
it's helpful that she was able to communicate it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Some people don't get that.
Yeah.
No.
They have to pull the plug on
Yeah.
Mm.
And live with
that.
Yeah. And she was awake and lucid and writing and she knew, she was like telling, like she got it across what she wanted and she wanted that tube out. So
Wouldn't I think I'm the same. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
I think so. I'm not,
Yeah. For sure.
get it out. Yeah.
It was-
And we were given, so this beautiful doctor, he was really lovely. He was quiet and you could tell he was really battling to say what he needed to say. And basically the crux of it was, we're going to take this tube out. One of two things are going to happen. One, she's going to gag and suffocate and that'll like she will die in front of you sort of thing. Or she will do okay and she will manage to breathe on her own and it will be okay for a few days until it's not, and then she will pass away. So we're like, oh man. And so she wrote on a piece of paper that all she wanted was boysenberry ice cream and a coffee. Like, for the love of God, just get me some ice cream. So we were like, yeah, righto. So we went to the shops and like we're just buying boysenberry ice cream and like ordering her a latte, thinking, oh my God, is she even going to make it when they pull? And then we had to do that awful stand outside of the room while they took everything out. And so we're all just just like morbid and crying and carrying on. And we walk in and she's sitting up. And she's like, hello. What?
Back from the dead. Almost, like,
had voice, could talk, was sitting up.
About time you got back in my ice cream.
Right,
Hello. So she smashed that whole
over with a feather.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. And it was, it was a gift. We had,
you guys are
2 days.
smiling, telling it. It seems like it was a good moment.
It was good.
2 days of, coffee and a straw for her. And, and then
Michael feeding her ice cream.
Yeah, and straight after that, spoonful of boysenberry ice cream in the mouth.
She wanted her nails painted, so I painted those for her.
That's so cute.
And a nice little thing too, the nurse that was on that day, she was playing Mum's favourite music on her own personal phone, next to her bed, just to, try and lighten the mood. And I thought that was such a nice thing to do.
Yeah, so much love in that room.
Yeah. So music playing and talking and stories and
I think another big part of our story is the different roles that everybody had, and I really felt my role as like just that little tiny bit removed. Like, obviously I'm like devastated, but like, I'm a little bit just that one step removed, I guess. So I was like thinking really logistically, and the logistics around death and dying are crazy. Like, just the actual, things that you don't want to think about, but like I was thinking about them. So I'm like, once she passes away,
like donating organs,
what do you do?
All
like,
these.
how do we, like, she's in this room and then she dies, and then what happens? Like, am I meant to organize this? Like, what? So I asked to see a social worker while they sort of did their thing, but I was like, look, like I need some like pointers here. Like, what do I need to organize, sort of thing. So she was really good. She gave me the book, but she a book that they've got that's got like step by step, which was really helpful. But she just gently pulled me aside and she's like, hey, look, you're in the intensive care unit. Technically now Faye's not receiving intensive care. She's breathing on her own. She's not on life support. She is going to pass away, and I know that you understand that, but we desperately need that bed. Like, if in a minute someone else is going to come through those doors.
So busy in there.
So
busy.
Wow, I'm just mad at them for putting you in that position, or like, and maybe it's not their fault either, but like
I understood, because if it was my mum, dad, or someone who rolled through those doors, and Faye technically isn't receiving, so she's like, would it be okay if we moved her to the ward? You all can go, like it's much more private and quiet. And so we were like, yeah, okay. But yeah, it was terrible. They were shit down there, and it just made a bad, like they were not as nice as the people up there, and so it was pretty brutal. That was the only real criticism I had of the whole thing, is that intensive care were a bunch of angels, and then we got down to the ward and we were met with like a horrible man working on reception who was like telling us off for being down there, and like Faye's getting wheeled behind him and he's like, your mum's not here yet. Like, oh, just behind you, I can see her. Like it was just,
Sorry.
That was really rough because we had a really good experience with ICU.
And you don't know what anyone's dealing with. Like, imagine standing in line next to you guys getting ice cream. They have no idea you're buying ice cream for your dead mom or you're about to die. Like, you have no idea.
Yeah. So anyway.
Cool.
So, Neil, your dad, do you think he dies 5 months later? Broken heart? Like, or
So he had been experiencing some health issues, but Neil is like a brute. Like he is just
he's an Aussie.
Classic Australian. She'll be right. Don't worry about me. Rah, rah, rah. And one of the last things Faye wrote was, for God's sake, get Neil to a doctor, would you? But because he was so fixated on helping Faye and what she was going through and all her appointments, and he just ignored himself.
And in the last 5 years, Dad was Mum's carer. So everything he did was to care for Mum, to make sure she was okay, make sure her oxygen was full. So he didn't do anything for himself. And that sort of followed on through all of this. Really kept his, emotions to himself and didn't go to the doctor and didn't do anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Faye passes away that night. We got her to the ward and she just deteriorated and ended up going to sleep, and it was a really morbid room. She was still alive, but like breathing slowing, and at some point we just had to call it, didn't we? That we were going to go and.
Yep. Yeah, we often say he's so grateful for Annalise right here because having that voice of reason in a time like that, I don't know how else it would have panned out to say, hey, we need to have a time that we go say our goodbyes, go back and get rest, have some food, and maybe come back tomorrow. But we need a plan because we can't just sit here for days and days and days. And
I mean, we can if you want to.
Yeah, look, that's right.
But can I just give you the option that she's not going to wake up again?
Yeah.
And Neil was adamant that he was going to stay, and so I just quietly said to Michael, "What do you want to do? Like, do you want? We can sit here. I'm so happy to, but
and we didn't have much left in the tank.
Would you like to go and get some food and get some rest?" And and so we did that, and we got the call about 11 o'clock that night that she'd passed away. So went back to the hospital, and that's a whole nother story. Again, wouldn't let us up, even though they'd called and told us to come up. Like it was just
arguing with security and just another added layer of barrier.
So anyway, that's all right. So
no, it's not all right.
That's not all right. But like, as in like, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
And,
I'm just being difficult is all.
So that was awful.
What's a funeral like in Australia? What is it? What do you do?
They're very humble people, Neil and Faye.
Pretty low key.
So it was very low key.
Yeah.
That's why I asked. It's probably like he was pretty good.
Yeah.
See you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to go back to Bendigo, so 3 hours away to organise it. We walked in, and again, this is probably where my project managing came into it. But like to paint a picture for you, we're sitting around this table, and there's the lady who's like gently trying to get any answers out of anyone. We got Michael, devastated, Daniel, and Neil, and they're all sitting there with their heads down. And I'm like, like, what are we thinking? Like, and the woman's going, oh, so pink flowers, and you say nothing. Daniel says nothing, and
who cares about what color the flowers are?
Neil goes, whatever. And I said to her, her favourite colour was purple. Do you reckon we could do purple? Like, I'm just trying to
like people.
I'm just trying to get some answers. And I just was like, purple? Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do purple. Like, it was just, I just felt ridiculous. But like, we just had to get it done. And even like, this is how humble they were. And I hope you don't mind me saying this, but we went back to choose like a coffin, and Faye had been adamant. She's like, don't spend any money on me. Like, there's no, like, we don't need, like, because they were going to get cremated. You don't need to spend money on a coffin. And so, this is so morbid. But like, so like the budget coffins are like kind of, for like people that are like homeless and stuff. They've got wooden cardboard boxes, sorry. So Neil's going, yeah, that'll do. Anyway, and I'm like, oh my God. And so he walked out, and I just marched straight back in. I was like, absolutely not. We are absolutely not putting her in a cardboard box. can we, and I just changed it. And she's like, oh, are you sure? I was like, he won't know. He won't know. He will not remember what he's chosen for. We are not putting her in a cardboard box. So like there was just a couple of little tiny behind the scenes tweaks to make sure it was, but yeah, it was brutal. It was crap.
Yeah, it was definitely a hard day.
Yeah. Yep. And so like we get home and we just collect ourselves and then it's like we hadn't even had time to grieve like at all. And then boom, Neil starts to get sick weeks later?
Yeah,
like
so I was ringing Dad every day after the funeral, checking in. How are you? No. Shit. No good.
I feel sick.
And it was that constant every day, he's just not doing great. And I'd never heard him like that before. Like emotionally, his mental health, nothing was good. Broken heart. And after maybe 2 weeks, he said that he'd started having some pain in the stomach. I was like, right. I had his doctor in my phone, straight up. I needed an appointment for my dad. So we organised that. And then, it would have been within maybe a week or two. He's having some tests done. Stage 4 bowel cancer. And it was just, what? And it
was so far, so advanced. It was just, there was no.
I don't think we'd even paid for the funeral yet.
We hadn't even paid for Faye.
Still grieving.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, I think just because you went through something hard, life doesn't care. It's not going to, it will just, we'll take your dad too. We don't care.
Yeah.
And we'll take him in a really brutal way as well. And a really like on the scheme of things, it's not prolonged, but oh man, like we just lost Faye. Like we just lost Faye. And now we're going and we're 3 hours away. So there's this logistics, right? So we've got 2 little kids. We both work full time over here. He's 3 hours away. Let me paint you a picture of their house. So American barn. I don't know whether you call it American. Like what Australian people call American barn. They're on like 12 acres.
Oh, wow.
So like a big bit of property.
It is a barn.
There are sheep. There are chickens. Fish in fish ponds. Peacocks. What else have they got?
Sheds full of tools, woodworking. There is stuff everywhere.
Everywhere. And so now he's completely on his own. From his house, you cannot see another neighbour. He's in the whipstick forest. Like
65 years of just stuff
accumulated. And so now he's terminally ill and we're 3 hours away. And so we're like, so he's going up to Bendigo every weekend to either help with mowing lawns or taking him to appointments, or he's going from Geelong, which is an hour and a half away, to his working all day and then driving to Bendigo. Like it was just
sometimes night shift and then night shift on the way to Bendigo, but having to stop at a service station to sleep because I couldn't keep driving. Like it was just this, how are we going to do this? What are we walking into? Surely it can't be worse. But it's just.
When you thought it couldn't be worse, it just got worse.
Yep.
Like it was just like, oh, now he's sick. But now he's like, so the treatment options, they weren't good, or there weren't any. He was too far advanced. He
wasn't interested. He had a broken heart.
He didn't care anymore.
If they couldn't cure his cancer, he didn't want to be here.
Like I'm not suffering this. Like
He said life is not worth living without Faye. Yeah. And that's what happens when you're in that really early grief. You're like, I just don't care. I don't want to be here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And he was so lonely out there. And it was just so like that is just like an awful thing for us as well, to be like, oh man, he's like terminally ill by himself, heartbroken. Like her stuff is everywhere. Like it's just, it was just wild. So.
I hate to feel rushed, but we just have 10 minutes left. The reality of it, maybe 15. And there's I have lots of questions and things that I'm not really sure where I want to go, but you just lost both your parents, and I've never lost a parent, and I would imagine it's hard for guys to talk about emotions and feelings and grief in general.
Yeah.
And I think a common thing that men think is, like parents dying. I don't know if it gets the proper respect it deserves all the time from people, because it's a more natural life process. Like your parents are supposed to die before you do.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's not gut-wrenchingly fucking awful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
And in some ways, it's worse than a situation like, or maybe just different than a situation like mine, because if someone hears it's an automatic like, oh,
Yeah, that's right.
and it's just love and let me hug you, and
Yeah.
everyone's so nice to me.
Yeah.
With you guys, it's probably like, oh yeah, my dad died 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's just like, yeah. I think that kind of feeds why it's so hard to talk about. Is like, oh, like I'm not going to be heard.
Yeah, for sure.
And so if I'm not going to be heard, I'm not.
And you only need to be met with that once or twice.
Yeah.
You sort of go back into your shell and you go, I'm not going to talk about it.
Or the comparisons, like, oh, my dog, which actually happened to you.
Yeah, which is okay. If that's your sad story and that is the worst thing that you've gone through, that's okay. It's not, we're not comparing, but yeah.
Well, it's just different.
Different,
and
that's right.
Like losing a dog is different. Losing a dog for two people who both lost dogs is different. Like if one pet owner loved their dog and adored him and spent every minute with him versus the guy that just locks it up and lets it out. Like it's different.
Yeah,
so like it's the I love that you brought up the comparison thing, because I talk about that all the time. Like we just have to let that go. Like that's not empathy.
Yeah,
empathy isn't comparison. Empathy is listening and trying to like, I feel that, man.
I feel like now's probably a good part to say, like, he had just started a new job, so he's only a few months into his job when Faye got sick, and then she dies, and like the grace that he's like, and he's like a tradie, and like everyone's a bloke, and like you know, like they're just like knockabout guys, good guys, and they were just awesome, and then after Neil died, I did the sneaky, like having to text a couple of the guys and be like, whoa, like he is not good today. I need eyes on him. Yeah. Like I'm in 2 hours away, and I'm just like he's.
In my work, I was traveling 3 hours a day for work.
It's a lot of thinking time.
10 hours, 12 hours a day, underground, up on bridges, high risk work, and it was very hard to manage the fatigue side of things and try and keep it all together. You know, but I had a HR manager who I won't name, but he was amazing. He was that support from work that really helped the whole situation. You know, he had been through something similar, and just even a set of ears to listen. He was so good. Yeah,
and even like at one stage, I had to ring his boss and be like, "This is what he wants you to know." Like he's, but he can't articulate it at the moment. But he is struggling. So you know, we really appreciate. Like they gave him like time off and, you know, sent the most amazing bunch of flowers, and just like he hadn't been there long, like just a little while, and my boss and my workplace were the same, and it wasn't even like my parents. They just gave me the exact same grace, like take the time you need, because we had to go and like fix the house up, and oh man, like that's again a whole nother story. So I think having the right people around you. He doesn't have a lot of family, close family anyway, or any family. He's got no family. Sorry, man. But like his brother's in Queensland, his sister's was in WA, and like just, you know, grandparents are all gone. So my family really stepped in, and especially my parents and sisters. Yeah. So
you can't do it alone.
Helping us out with the girls, and like we'd be like, hey, like we're gonna go, and like, you know, we didn't come back for a week, and we're like, oh, we just like sort the kids out for a week, and so having the right people around you. Yeah.
Coop, your dad, it sounds awesome. But like normal guy doesn't sound like he loved talking about his emotions that much.
Correct. Oh my God, no.
And you're on the 1090 podcast.
Yeah, no, it's wild.
Where we talk about emotions.
It's wild.
So, and then we have to wrap up soon. But and I feel I wish we could talk about your dad more. But I feel like he'd be cool with it. That's the way he's like, nah. But anyway, back to the question I just asked you, which was what did I say? Oh yeah, the emotions. Like what made you? This is so not like you, or like your family.
So not like you.
So what are you doing here? And you're not going to get famous. No one's going to care that much. So like, why are you here?
I think it's part of the journey. I think it's forever trying to find something that helps. I don't think I've ever told the story to anyone ever from sort of start to finish. I think that's part of grief, because no one really wants to hear about it. And the people that do know the story have they were on the sidelines and just sort of listened to it and heard as we went along.
It's not fun to listen to a story if you're on the sidelines.
Nah, that's right. So I think this is just maybe part of the whole grieving process and speaking about it. It's nice to speak about them.
You've done a lot of work. You've got a therapist.
Yep.
You quit drinking.
Trying to do all the things that help, because at the end of the day, I've got 2 little girls who rely on us to be the best parents. And if, trying to get out there and speak and, hey, it pops up, we'll do the things. We'll do it.
What are the things when it pops up? You talk about it?
Talking about it, not drinking. I think I've 8 months without a drink, which is, not that I was an alcoholic, but it was definitely an avenue. Addictive personality. I think, drinking was something that would, it would help right then and there, but then it would just fester into other problems. You shed tears a lot. You cry a lot. Look, not recently, but yeah, for sure.
I had never seen him cry before his parents passed away.
But in saying that, the weirdest things will happen, and that's what will provoke. We went out to the pub the other night. A song came, they were playing music in the background. It was not a very appropriate song. I'm not sure what it was. And they turned it off. And then all of a sudden they turned another song on up loud. I don't know why. And it was Adele, and it was just screaming hello from the other side. Oh, we were just talking about
I love me and Courtney love that song, by the way, but that's
but we were talking about doing this, and
here I am in a pub, bawling my eyes out. It's just,
and I'm just going, oh no,
that's okay. I'm like, that's
fine.
That's what it is, and it hits you, when you least expect it. But I think talking about it and it really helps.
Yeah. Just get addicted to talking about it.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's what I'm doing. Because I like talking about them too. And or even if they're not mentioned very much, the fact that this conversation is taking place is because of them. So I feel like we're honoring, by showing up, we're honoring everyone that we've lost.
Yep.
To wrap it up, it's just, what the hell?
Yeah.
What else do you want to say before I'm sorry we didn't have more time. But I love coming to Australia, so maybe we can do this again. But
maybe we'll have to come to you.
But last little bit here, and just whatever you want to say, however you want to say it, feel free to do it, and then we'll wrap this up with top 3 favorite movies, and we'll be out of here.
Yeah, we had to think about that.
Yeah, I know, right? Thank you so much for having us on. I think podcasting, and especially your story and what you do, I know it's helped me so much because I don't have another avenue that I can sit down and listen to other people's stories, and they speak about what they've gone through, and you go, yeah, that's exactly how I felt, but I didn't even know, so I can't articulate my emotions properly, but when I hear someone else speak about it, it really resonates, and it's part of that process. Again, the things, it's simple as listening to a podcast. It helps.
Yeah,
big time.
It helps. Like even I love grief books because like you read these stories and it helps with the loneliness.
Yeah.
Like listening to this story of wow, like I feel that too, or I think that too. Yeah.
It makes you feel not alone because it becomes a very lonely path. In the thick of it, there are people around. There's funerals and there's support, But then it all stops and it becomes very quiet and lonely, and almost like no one gets it. But then when
it's weird that we're all gonna die. We all know we're all gonna die, and it's just we can't really express it or talk about it. We're just like I don't know. Yeah. Well, thanks for saying that, man. And I agree with everything you say, especially for guys, man. You need to cry about it, talk about it, ask for help about it. Okay, top 3 favorite movies. Who's going first? Ladies first.
Obviously.
Not flicking the hair.
Okay, so oh my God, we're just not deep. Australians aren't deep, so it's
just your favorite. There's nothing to it.
Okay, but my favorite movie is Mean Girls.
The OG Mean Girls. On Tuesdays we wear pink.
Yeah, elite.
Yeah, she doesn't even go here.
Yeah, but it's Wednesdays.
Oh, is it Wednesday? Sorry.
I always love Mean Girls. Can speak the whole movie. I don't know why. I just like it. Second one we both really like, and you'll probably say it too, but we love Straight Out of Compton.
No way.
We love
That's
Straight Outta-
great.
Yeah, yeah.
I was not expecting that after Mean Girls. That's quite the.
Mm.
All right.
big
Okay,
music.
one more.
Straight
Straight
Out of Compton, and then like it would have to be like maybe like Shutter Island. I think. Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
ending.
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you think it ended? You think he's crazy?
Yeah.
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 He
He was
is,
in
right?
yeah. Made the whole thing up in his head. Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
But yeah, we've probably watched Straight Out of Compton though like 20 times. We love it.
That's
So many times.
Times.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're mine.
That's a good list right there.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, what do you got?
Straight Out of
Coop?
Compton.
Number one.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, again, we've watched it, so many times.
Mm.
We love the rap culture, and
Mm.
yeah, it's a good time.
That was I don't like rap music today, but like old hip hop 90s.
Oh yeah.
I love it,
Yeah.
man.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep. The Bad Boys,
Yeah, Will Smith.
Yeah. Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
from Blue Streak. That
Cool
guy.
as.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool movies.
Yeah, I love those movies.
And then maybe Fast and Furious, the first one.
No, the rule is you get all the
Yeah,
movies.
yeah,
You get
yeah.
all of them. So
Okay,
you get
sure.
15
Yeah.
movies right there because there's 15 Fast and
They
Furious.
do
movies.
get probably worse as they get along, but yeah.
Oh, my buddy Sam would love you, man. Right up his alley.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Mm.
I saw a big billboard here of Running Man. They're making a new.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if you saw the old Arnold Schwarzenegger one, but I think that's a cool plot
Yeah.
idea for a
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
But anyway, don't get me talking about
Yeah.
movies. I hope you guys feel heard.
Yeah.
That seemed just super quick to me. But I hope I hope you guys feel heard, and
Yeah.
so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
And I'm hungry. Let's go to lunch.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And life's 10% what happens to you, and 90% how you respond to it.